A bottle of wine can almost always seal something. Vivid memories often nestling around wine, almost as if there is a little magic of the wine, the bottle, the lives, and its history. In the last part of our Tuscany Italy travel guide, let's go on a small journey through the most famous Tuscan wines. If you haven't already seen the first two parts, you can find them in the video description. Tuscany is the land of wine. Its hilly landscape lends itself well to hosting the production of the best and most prestigious wines globally. The territory of Tuscany is crossed by the Strade del Vino, street of wines, real itineraries that connect all the wines produced in the area. Going through them means taking a journey through the Tuscan flavors and traditions. The characteristics of the wine, that is, the color, the taste, and the smell, are influenced by the soil on which the vineyard stands. It's not just a matter of climate or cultivation methods. The vineyard must grow on specific soils to give birth to a perfect, unmistakable wine. From this point of view, Tuscany is rich in different soil types, besides a landscape characterized by different climates. The hills, the coast, and the mountains, often generated in different geological eras, mark the terrain of this region, giving it a thriving variety of environments suitable for the production of the best existing wines and labels. The most cultivated wine in Tuscany is Sangiovese, which enters almost all the blends of the wine produced in the region. Tuscany is one of the Italian regions that symbolizes high-quality wines. Starting from the Chianti Area, you pass through Montepulciano and its Vino Nobile, and from Montalcino, home of Brunello, to arrive at Maremma, the area of Montecucco and Morellino di Scansano. Among the best-known Tuscan wines, Chianti certainly occupies one of the first positions. This DOCG marked red wine, which is controlled and guaranteed in the region, made almost exclusively from Sangiovese grapes, is vibrant in color and is dry tasting with a strong but pleasant aroma. Chianti Classico must be aged in barrels for 11 months, rising to 24 if it is a reserve. The Chianti Classico wine road extends itself into the provinces of Siena and Florence, and winds along an itinerary rich in history and tradition in one of the typical Tuscan hilly landscapes, characterized by rows of vineyards and olive groves, ancient villages and castles. A black rooster appears on all bottles of Chianti Classico, symbolic of the ancient military league of Chianti. Today, this distinguishes itself from the other labels of Chianti. Chianti is also produced in other areas of Tuscany, including Pisa, whose countryside is crossed by the Pisan Hills Wine Road. Vinsanto is also produced in the Chianti area, a wine usually paired with desserts, especially with cantucci, a typical Tuscan dry biscuit. To produce it, grapes subjected to a strong drying process are used, which generates a sugary must with a high alcohol content. Tuscany is not only the home of red wine. There are numerous white wines produced in this area, including Vernaccia di San Gimignano, which gives its name to the homonymous wine route. Produced in the province of Siena, Vernaccia white wine has a straw yellow color, a delicate aroma, and a dry but harmonious flavor. Its aging capacity makes it one of the few white wines to be also produced in the reserve type. Remaining in the hinterland of central Tuscany, we find the Strada del Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, produced in the areas of the municipality of Montepulciano in the province of Siena. According to the DOCG disciplinarian, only grapes from the wines of this specific area can be used to produce them. Before bottling, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano must remain for 2 years in barrels, of which it must be inside those made of wood for at least 1 year. It is not coincidence that it stays balanced with its woody flavor. Vino Nobile di Montepulciano is dark red in color, the intensity of which increases with the aging of the wine. A little further on, in the valleys crossed by the Orcia, Asso, and Ombrone rivers, Brunello di Montalcino was born, one of the most prestigious and famous wines in the world. Its tradition boasts a centuries-old history, which finds its roots in fertile ground. The hill of Montalcino, on top of which the village of the same name stands, was formed in different geological eras, preparing the territory to host the production of a wine with an unmistakable taste. Clear and bright red in color, its flavor is instead intense, long-lasting, and structured. To taste it, the use of large glasses is recommended, which, by favoring oxygenation, allows you to savor it in all its essence. Although Brunello is distinguished only in the normal and reserve types, the wine tends to have very different characteristics depending on the cellars that produce it. Brunello is the wine par excellence that improves over time. Its value, in fact, also depends on the vintage of the harvest. The more years it stays in the bottle, the more precious it is. This is because the more it rests, the more Brunello is ready to release the best characteristics it has. Bolgheri Sassicaia wine can be counted as one of the most important Italian red wines. It is a DOC wine which, according to the production discipline, can only be produced in a specific area of the municipality of Castagneto Carducci in the province of Livorno. The grapes must come from Cabernet Sauvignon wines for at least 80%. Bolgheri Sassicaia is one of the most special Italian wines in its exclusivity and is currently produced by a single winery, Tenuta San Guido, which owns all the vineyards in the area delimited by the DOC. Its flavor has a strong structure, which is well suited to a wine with an intense red color. Going south, you arrive in Maremma. The large wine region available in the Grosseto area is crossed by 3 wine roads. Two of these are the Montepulciano Wine Road and the Colli di Maremma Wine Road. The first connects the municipalities of Monte Amiata that produce Montepulciano wine. A road on the slopes of the mountain into the valley of Brunello River, where the favorable climatic conditions reign for the cultivation of grapes, but also for the cultivation of olive trees and chestnut, the latter being fundamental products of the Amiata gastronomic and cultural tradition. The Montepulciano Wine Roads collects realities rich in fantastic panoramic views and castles and fortresses to visit and woods to cross. The Strada del Vino, Colli di Maremma, passes along the hill and coast of the province of Grosseto, bringing together small and large wine producers, including Morellino di Scansano. In Tuscany, wine is an experience to be enjoyed. Traveling the wine roads means getting to know the roots and traditions of this splendid region. The territory is dotted with companies where it is possible to have a guided tasting dedicated to wine and good food. Not only that, the wine shop is the symbol of all Tuscan cities and towns. During your trip, take a break at a winery to taste the typical flavors of these areas. And if you are in the open countryside, you will surely come across a villa, a farm, or a farmhouse that will offer you excellent wine, and maybe an innkeeper who will tell you incredible stories related to local traditions. If you want to get to know other famous Italian wines, watch the video Top 10 Best Italian Wines, in which you will get to know other wines to try at least once in your lifetime. So watch it now.